This video is sponsored by Muslim Certify. Most of us have the same fear. We want to make hijrah to protect our families, but we feel trapped by the golden handcuffs of our jobs in the West. We think we have to choose between a high income or a halal environment. Our guest today, Abu Musa, proves that this choice is a lie. He was exactly where you are, stuck in a corporate role in the U.S., desperate to move his family away from the fitna of American life, but lacking the location flexibility to leave. Then he made a decision that changed everything. Within 3 weeks, he secured 5 interviews and 3 remote job offers. And now, Hijrah isn't a someday dream. It is an immediate plan. If you want to see exactly how he is replacing his corporate shackles with a remote income in less than a month and how you can do the same, you need to listen to every second of this episode. Let's get into it. All right, brother Abu Musa, happy to have you on the show. And you have a unique situation because you are in a position financially where you can make hijrah and you have a plan and everything. But you haven't made it yet. You've been around, you've scoped out locations. So before we get into that, can you just tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, alhamdulillah. I've been looking to do hijrah for a few years now, alhamdulillah. But I've been kind of stuck in the States in a corporate role. Alhamdulillah, it pays well, but it doesn't give me the locational flexibility to work from the comfort of my home or even from a Muslim country. SubhanAllah, I've been looking for a while now, and I've been looking to try to build a remote income so that I could have some type of locational flexibility. But alhamdulillah, with Muslim Certify, I've been able to build that remote income, and now the goal or the dream of hijrah has become a true goal for me. Alhamdulillah.
Okay, so you mentioned Muslim Certify, and that's one of the reasons that we wanted to have you on, because there are some people that are reluctant, or they have some questions or some doubts about certain things. So it's good to get someone that has joined the program to kind of explain what it is and how it works. Let me ask you this before we get started with that. So what is your motivation to make hijrah? Like, why do you want to make hijrah?
The reason why I want to do hijrah is, subhanAllah, I want to surround myself with a Muslim community, alhamdulillah. For me and my family, the best thing that I can do for them is to surround them with Muslims. And alhamdulillah, I want to have my kids learn Islam the proper way rather than go into these smaller communities within the US. I want them to be sheltered away from the fitna that I was exposed to. And I just want them to have a different experience in life rather than the hustling, bustling lifestyle of the US.
This is not really a fantasy for you, because you've been around, you've traveled, and when in those places that you have traveled, like Al Medina and even the UAE, did you find this idea of what you're talking about? Did you find this Muslim community, this Muslim environment? Because many people say that there's no difference between living in America in a Muslim community or living overseas in a Muslim country. What's your opinion about that?
I totally disagree with that. When you're in a Muslim country, alhamdulillah, you're surrounded by Muslims and like-minded people, right? Where the culture, where the people are like-minded in a sense where they're not, subhanAllah, when we're going out in our thobes, in the women in jilbab and abaya, alhamdulillah, there isn't someone raising an eyebrow. There isn't someone that's looking at you like, what, like you're something odd, while they have nothing on at all, right? SubhanAllah. So, but on top of that, alhamdulillah, the Muslim countries, they have a society that's built around Islam. Okay,
Mm.
everywhere you go, especially when you're in Medina, the signs of Islam, the signs of Tawheed are everywhere, and everywhere you go, alhamdulillah, you have a positive. I've never really had a negative experience in Medina, right?
Mashallah.
Alhamdulillah, when I go there, the people are, mashallah, mabarak, some of the best people I've ever met, whether there's the locals or the people that are now staying there. But it's because everyone has the same morality, right?
Mm.
When you can find people with the same morality, alhamdulillah, even if there is a disagreement that can come up, alhamdulillah, we can fix it, okay? Because
Yeah.
we have, there's an understanding between brother and sister, okay?
Mm.
And even in, like, let's say if you wanted to move to the UAE or other parts of Saudi, really it's the people that you surround yourself with. What environments are you putting yourself in,
Mm.
right? Because wallahi, even in the States, I can go, there's so many things, like 99% of it is not somewhere where I want to be, but there may be 1% of it where I do want to be, which is maybe my
Right.
local masajid, right?
Right.
Now, in the Saudi and these places, alhamdulillah, the overwhelming areas are everywhere where I want to be, okay?
Mm.
And
Right.
it's just a place of comfort for me, and I think that this will be a more productive place for me to raise my, like, for me to be there for my iman, but also for my family as well.
Mashallah. So, one of the biggest obstacles, and this is just not just saying something. One of the biggest obstacles for people are finances. So, especially for professionals, people who have careers, not someone who's maybe working a job that may be temporary, but a person who's taking a career path. Um, it's hard to just drop all of that and travel somewhere to go live somewhere else, right? Um, but in your case, you were searching for an alternative. You were searching for something that can help you provide for yourself and your potential family in the future. So tell us a little bit about you. You didn't learn about Muslim Certified from all the Muslim Certified ads that we run. You learned about it from somewhere else. So tell us a little bit about what attracted you to the offer, and what has been your experience in dealing with Muslim Certified.
So so to give context, I've been working the corporate life, trying to build some type of remote income. So I was always searching around, like, okay, how can I do this? Because the options for me were either I find a job in the Middle East or I find a new way of like a new source of income.
Right.
So I was trying to look for jobs within the Middle East, but it's not easy.
Right.
So then I started to look for alternative options, and alhamdulillah, one of the ustads that I follow, he had posted a link or talking about Muslim Certified as well, and it piqued my interest. So I looked into it. Alhamdulillah, within that time frame, like within around a month time frame of me joining the program after the initial inquiry I did, alhamdulillah, it's changed my life completely. And wallahi, I truly mean that. Within the first 3 weeks of joining the program, I had 5 interviews revolving around the high ticket space, and 3 offers coming in, and 3 offers that are generating remote income. Alhamdulillah. This income, there was 3 offers. I can only accept 1 or 2 if I have the time. But that in revenue, alhamdulillah, it was sufficient. If I wanted to do hijrah right there and then, I could have done it. Right. So I'm at a point now where it's not a financial gap. Okay. Alhamdulillah, I've been working these roles now for extended period of time, and now alhamdulillah, I'm in a place where I've been able to supplement my current income. Okay. And I have the financial capability of doing hijrah now, alhamdulillah. I'm just kind of tying my just getting everything set here. I have a bit of, some issues with family and stuff. So I just have to get through that, inshallah. And then I have to, I can do it, inshallah. So like I said, I think in the beginning as well, alhamdulillah, before Hijrah was just a dream. Okay. Dreams, there's no action steps towards dreams. It's just something that you think about sometimes. When something becomes a goal, that's when you actually have action steps. So when I joined Muslim, alhamdulillah, the dream of Hijrah became a goal. And an attainable goal, alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. Okay, look, there's this gap, I think, that exists. If you don't understand the space, then you won't understand what this is. Like, you might think you're joining something and they're gonna give you some formula, and all of a sudden you start making money. And it's not really like that. This is an actual skill that you can learn, and then from this you can get opportunities to work with that skill. So tell us a little bit about what this is. What is this Certify thing, and how Muslim Certify helps you from the training part, which is essential in anything that you're going to, any type of job you're going to take, or anything you need some training, and then the actual working part of it. How do they transition you from learning to actually working?
Yeah. So what Muslim Certify is in the high ticket space, specifically training brothers how to become appointment setters, and eventually maybe even closing. Okay. So what is appointment setting? I'll focus on that.
Okay.
Appointment setting is basically you are the middleman between someone who's selling a high ticket product, something that's expensive, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, and someone who is selling buying a product. And alhamdulillah, what your job would be essentially is to qualify that candidate in terms of if they're even a match for the program, right? Because, like, for example, let's just say like someone is, having like a fitness program, but a brother can only invest 1 hour of his day into the fitness program a week. Then he wouldn't be someone that's eligible for a program, right? So let's just say he did have the time and the resources, right? Alhamdulillah, this is something that you would facilitate and book a call with the salesperson to move forward with this candidate. So because what happens in these offers, there's a lot of people that are interested in such and such offers, but that doesn't mean that that there's alhamdulillah, as we all know, time is very valuable. So your job would be to essentially help the person that you're working with his time to go through these leads that have come in, and you're pre-qualifying them. Okay. That's a basic overview of what appointment setting is. What Muslim Certify specifically does is it gets you into the program, and the goal is to try for you to land an appointment setting offer within 1 to 6 weeks of joining the program. How do we do that? Okay. Goal is to get you into training. So we have multiple hours of videos of training on how to become an appointment setter, and then specifically also in role acquisition. Okay. We will teach you how to land a role and how to be effective in a role, but also we give you the resources to be able to find the role yourself, but also via our resources as well. And I'll expand on that a little bit. But after you're even done with the training, alhamdulillah, you have senior executives that will sit with you one-on-one and go over everything that you've learned and give you give you an overview of the program itself after you've done the training, and help you with any questions that you might have had. So there's always going to be someone by your side to help you step by step. This is not a program where we just give you the resources and we put our hands up. This is going to be a program, alhamdulillah, where you get the support that's needed. Right. And the resources that we have to help brothers land a role is an internal role board, meaning a job board. And alhamdulillah, what we do is we filter out we scatter the internet, we look for appointment setting offers, and then we vet all of them before we put them into our job board to make sure that they're halal, meaning there's no riba, there's no banking offers, there's no such and such offers where it's beyond the limits of alhamdulillah of our deen. So we have that in place. So we do the hard work for you. We give you the We do all the work and finding you the opportunity as well. And then what we do is we'll coach you with almost daily group coaching calls. And then alhamdulillah, you get exposed to our network as well. So this is also another way for, job acquisition as well. We alhamdulillah have hundreds of brothers that can, give peer-to-peer support as well. And that's not even including the coaches. The coaches are alhamdulillah there, but we have hundreds and hundreds of brothers who are willing to help support other brothers, and because they've landed appointment setting offers and they've seen the value of the program. So it's just 1 + 1 = 2, So there's alhamdulillah, we have a huge community now, and I've really benefited from this.
MashaAllah, because I see something that I'm not sure if anybody else sees in what you're saying. You say we, as if you're Muslim certified, and that means a lot, because usually people are not promoting other offers like this unless they believe in it, unless they see that it's something that's a real thing. A lot of people have been taken by different high ticket offers where promises are made, Amazon, FBA, and all these different type of things, where on the surface it seems like something good, but then once you get down to it, there's certain things that maybe if you've known that before, you may have not have joined the program. So in this case, what I see is that a person is being trained in a high value skill, and then being supported in using that skill by having a job board or having something where you can actually get those opportunities and take advantage of those opportunities. So just to be clear, you heard about Muslim Certified, you talked to the brothers there, you joined the program, and now you're a part of the Muslim Certified. I don't want to say the team, but it's basically like that. Is that right?
That's right. That's correct. Alhamdulillah, like my roadmap from joining the program and landing an offer was only 3 weeks. Actually, not even 3 weeks. It was 9 days. I had my first offer within 9 days of joining the program. I had within 3 weeks, I had two other offers. So by 21 days, I had 3 offers lined up. Alhamdulillah.
MashaAllah. So in terms of difficulty, if a person is unsure that they can fulfill a role like this, are they allowed to ask the questions, or because that's actually appointment setting. When you actually go to join Muslim Certified, they're actually doing the work that they're talking about. Like somebody will set an appointment for you. So would you say that the brothers are honest in assessing people and seeing if they can fit and can find success in the program before they join the program?
Absolutely. So we don't accept everyone into the program, to be very honest with you. There is a vetting process that happens, because and the process is really, there has to be some tangible skills that you have to have before joining the program, right? But alhamdulillah, brothers should really consider joining this program. To be honest with you, go into the description below, click the link. I came into this program with 0 sales experience. Okay, I come from the corporate world. I never sold anything. I just kind of, they told me what to do, and So there shouldn't be anyone that shouldn't apply. And inshallah, if you are a fit, wallahi, we'll let you know. And if you aren't a fit, then inshallah, we'll give you other options that may be within our connections. Because alhamdulillah, like I said earlier, we have a vast network and we've built a vast community as well. So we will try to do anything within our power to help you as much as we can. But alhamdulillah, if a guy like me with 0 sales experience, and you're not even selling, but you're in the sales process, as I like to say,
right?
Alhamdulillah, if I could do it, then anyone could do it, to be very honest.
MashaAllah. Okay, man. It really sounds good. I like to hear when people find success in the program, because I know Jamil, and I met him in Medina at Hijrah, and I was impressed by him because he's, mashallah, he's a young brother, and he's been doing this for quite some time. And it's a good idea to get people in this space where they don't have to go to the corporate offices and go to these different places and make other companies bigger. uh, they can, and especially as Muslims enter the space and Muslim companies enter the space, it's like it's Muslim supporting Muslims. So that's great. Is there anything else you want to talk about before we go?
Yeah, I want to touch on what you said,
Go
right?
ahead.
Helping corporations grow and such. Alhamdulillah, in this space, the one thing that I've really benefited from is having control over my time now. Okay.
Awesome.
In appointment setting, alhamdulillah, you have the ability to set your own schedule and to set how much time you actually want to work. Alhamdulillah. So inshallah, if when you join this program, when you're able to build a remote income, you'll already have the ability to have a locational flexibility, whether you're going to want to work from Cairo, or you want to work from Medina, or you want to work from Lahore, right? You can do that, alhamdulillah, right? But on top of that, you're able to have time flexibility where you can set your own schedule. Alhamdulillah, we even like what we say is, even if a brother can work 3 hours a day, then they have the potential to make an earning within appointment setting. Wallahi, So if you're a brother that is looking to do hijrah, is looking to have time flexibility, right? Then this program should check at all the dots, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay, so inshallah, in conclusion, I personally recommend, obviously our channel recommends Muslim Certified, and we're very happy with working with the brother. We've actually had, we haven't had any complaints about the program. You do have skeptics, and I would say that if there's a problem, at least bring the proof against because we're talking about Muslims and the integrity of Muslims and the honor of Muslims. So we should be very clear if there's a problem, what is the problem, not just speculative things. So anyway, bro, we appreciate you coming on the channel, inshallah. And wherever you decide to finally go, please keep in contact with us, inshallah. And we'll have you on again, inshallah, to tell us about your whole experience of making hijrah with you and your family, inshallah.
Inshallah.